Golfers, swinging from the inside is key if you want to hit straight shots or draw shots and also maximize your potential distance. When the club head travels from a further position away from the golf ball, from a more inside position, you create more distance for it to travel, so therefore it creates more speed. It also, because of the way the science works, it has to rotate and torque more to get back into a square position. Now obviously if you get this wrong, you could hit shots to the right, but realistically most of us need to encourage this club to be more from the inside. There are some golfers out there that swing too much from the inside already, so apologies for that. This video is not really going to help you too much, but we can switch these rods around to change it if you're too much from the inside also. So in order to hit a straight shot, we want a path of a club that travels from in to square to in, on that circle, on that radius, okay, to allow us to be able to square that club face up and produce straight shots. We have to remember in golf we stand aside the ball, we don't stand on top of the ball. So the amount of arc will vary depending how far away we stand from the ball. But any sport we would have, if I was kicking a rugby ball, kicking a football, if I wanted to hit it straight and I'm from a side-on angle, the foot, the hand, the arm, whatever we're swinging, it's going to be traveling on an arc. What I've set up here initially is a big station, okay? Pretty easy station. If I stand square to my target there, I've set this rod up pretty much on my ball to target line. Now we could make it slightly further to the right, we can make it slightly further in, we can do whatever we want to make it harder or easier. The idea in this would be that when I swing back, I want to be coming back just inside that rod and obviously nearer to this rod on the way down, but I certainly don't want to be coming into this rod. So the more we put this rod this way, the harder it is for the downswing, but also the backswing, then we might possibly have to go outside it to make the backswing still functional and correct. So we have to set this station up to feed what we need as a golfer. So with some guys I will set it up in a smaller pattern so we have a smaller area of tolerance. Sometimes I'll set it up so the takeaway has to go more out because they tend to go in, then over. That's a very normal pattern we see with amateur golfers. So really what I want to see with you do this today is make lots of practice swings where we get closer to that rod at the back, and then when we actually go and hit the golf ball, feel we are getting closer to it, but obviously we're going to try and feel that we increase the gap between the front rod. We want to feel that we get the club traveling from that inside angle. The more we can do that, as I said, the better. The feeling will be lateral and closed with the body and club here, and ideally the arms forward at that angle. That for me becomes then a game changer. We have everything. The hands being more forward helps us get the pressure on the golf ball to get the strike. If we have the lateral center, it helps shift our pressure forward again, so our landing spot of the club again is later, which is what we want, and it also helps us again increase that pressure forward from a point of view of power. Get those vertical forces down and forward really is what we want to do. So just make another practice swing there. That's where I want to be. Now if I go and hit the golf ball, and you'll see from that one it's gone quite a long way right. Obviously I'm encouraging my swing to have this more inside shape. So in practice, I'm really happy with that going to the right. The ideal scenario would be I might do 20 or 30 balls in a row in this station, and I want every shot to go to the right. Once I've hit the shot to the right, then I'd want to take away the rods and hit a normal ball. I can, if I want to, place these rods on the ground to try and use the visuals to be exactly the same. So the feeling is obviously in the backswing, close to that rod, downswing close to that rod. And that one there, nice tidy draw, good solid contact, swing felt like I had that loop in it, exactly what I want to feel in my golf swing, exactly what I'd feel in most of my students.